What's up? Let's turn this down a little bit so it's not blasting out of everyone's ears. To the multi-stream ace. Hey, what's up, Skip? So we're doing cards, right? Because, well, that's what we're supposed to be doing. And I finished a couple, so I figured I'd show these to you. Get started. Oh, that's not the right one. Nope, never stops. But do we really want it to stop? Do we really want it to stop? Well, we're cranking these out, trying to get these done. And it got pretty good so far. And while I wasn't doing these when I should have been, I actually colored up, finished colored, and I didn't letter it, but I got like another page done from the book, which is great because I still want to submit to this competition, because it would be cool if for some odd reason they're like, yes, you should have this money. So I know that it's going to be tight because I need to finish this first. So I want to try and finish this as fast as possible because I still have to do other drawings. It's not just these cards, but this is the bulk of it. So once I finish this, I'll be in way better position. So, but I'm trying to get 5 pages together by the end of the month. So I've got until the 31st of this month to get it done. So on the 15th, there's going to be a huge push for me to finish these 5 pages. 5 full pages too, like color and everything. What's up? Finally a stream. Don't start with me. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Well, it might be. Sounds ambitious? It is. Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I do. On the 15th starts my spring break, which is cool. So,
the Ninja Empire, snap! Supreme, dominant, and unstoppable. Our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.
Thank you so very, very much for that subscription. That makes you 12 in a row. 12 months in a row. Thank you so very, very much. Oh my goodness, your support means so much to me. And I promise you we will be getting to Ninja Empire. 1 whole year. That is crazy. Crazy sauce. Thank you so very much. Oh, who's winning? Who's out there? The person doesn't even have a name. Oh, we starting it off? Can I win it? Can I come back and win? No, I'm getting hit from behind. This one is for me to win. You're going down. You're going down. Ooh. Yes, I win. Oh my goodness. Okay, what's up, man? Nice Alf. Oh, thanks. Thank you very much. Okay, what is it? Is it Hag Higman? Or Hage Higman? Oh yeah. The whole Joe crew? Yeah, yeah. Did you see my G.I. Joe, excuse me, did you see my G.I. Joe, Joe month? I did a whole, did most, to be honest, I did most of a G.I. Joe month. and then I kind of screwed that up. I just taking 2 streams off. I was sick one, leave me alone. No, but now I feel bad. Like, what, is it Hage? H-Man? Can't call you Triple H. You're missing an H. See, I don't know why my streamers, my viewers, they're so mean to me. Can't even get sick nowadays. They're just on me. And then the other day, that federal thing where you got to pay your taxes. It means bald mustache man. What's up, Whimsy? So is there something I can call you for short then? H-man? H squared? Then you can call me Charlotte. Come on, Blues. There we go. So one thing I hate about doing these backgrounds is trying to get them all nice and smooth. Then I gotta remember that I need to let it sit so that I don't get my fingerprints in them, because then that'll change everything. So I gotta let it sit before I can actually go back to the black. Taxes are due April 15th. Yeah, but the sooner you get them out, the sooner you get your money back. So, and the sooner I can get my money back, the better. You and me can share the look. Alright, I need to know what Aku, no, not a skew, an Aku. Make sure I get my colors right. So far away. So he's got white teeth with a red line and then green. And then that's a green nose. Oh, and that's black. That's supposed to be black? Nope, it's red there. Okay, so we'll do the fire red there. Okay. I think I got it. My fire red. Where's Wonder? Upstairs, in bed. Relaxing. Might be on her phone watching, so she might say something eventually. But checking out the contents. Yeah, I posted that and people It was really interesting. It's like I struck a nerve with that one. I don't know. I thought it was funny. So since either I missed it or you didn't actually give me a name for me to call you, I'm gonna call you Hage. How's that? Question: why are your children using your old pics? Because they're trolling me. I mean, that's all there is to that. My kids thought it would be funny while I was away at a convention, and they're like, haha, we're just gonna do this. So yeah, they're just, well, okay, so my kids, with the tutelage of their mother, think that they're funny. You were using my profile for reasons. I don't know why. You just thought it would. Of course you don't. Why would you? It's cool.
$5, it's like 3 cents.
The football. Look, man, I was a nerd, okay? And so, because I was a nerd, I was trying really hard to be something that, I mean, I was, right? I was a jock, but I kept acting like it. I was trying to act like I was something special when I was just a big nerd who played football and was getting his aggression out on the field. Because when I was in high school, I was 152 pounds, so everybody looked at me and they're like, ha 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 ha, ha, look at this shrimp, ha 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 ha. And then I would crush them. So doom. See, we're gonna keep that eye white. Now we're gonna come in with a green. 100. Yep, I was 150 pounds. I wrestled at 152, 160, depending on the day, or depending on where we had a hole. Still a jock. Well, I feel a lot better about myself now. You know, hit the gym a little bit. Got a little bit bigger. You know, play a lot of sports now. You know. Where's the green I was using? But yeah, I was tiny. I was tall and tiny. It was hilarious. How much now? Come on now. Why are you gonna call me out like that? So I currently weigh 227. And call me out on my COVID weight. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that flu was no joke. I did not like it. And with this has no deadline, right? Which is hilarious because I don't operate well with no deadline. You know, with like no dates. I don't do well with. But I know the person, so I'm really trying really hard to get this done. And as I was like finally getting into the spirit, because I had to finish a different project, I caught the flu, which put me down for a while. So, yeah. Oh, wait, I'm only 5'2". Well, you and me both. We can both hit the gym together. Both are balloons, no wonder. You trust Russ already? That's true. Let's see. What color should we make that? Make it an orange? No. Should probably make it a yellow. Let's make it a yellow. Should stop making fun of your brother.
I've added it into the game. Old man will be.
So does it come out of his forehead, or does it come from like his psychic powers? But
No, it's like from his like, you know, like Airbender.
I'm not obese. Yeah, see? Yeah, sure, you carry well. I want more Ninja Empire. I have one. I actually have one of the pages finished. Another one. But I need to, like I said, I need to finish this. I need this project off my plate. Because this one, it's important to me. Like I said, because I know I'm pretty good friends with the person who had hired me to do this. So I really want to do a good job with this. That's why it's also taking a little bit longer, because I put in a lot more effort. But this month you're gonna see a lot more. You're gonna see a lot more Ninja Empire pages. I mean, not like you, who can like pump out 5 million pages in 4 seconds. But you know, we gonna try. Miss Ebony, I know, like I said, there was no doubt in my mind from all the pictures I see, you don't even look like you're carrying any type of extra weight. So I don't necessarily believe you. I think you're just making it up. Doctors say people carrying. Really? Dang, that's a lot. It makes you go like, man, I should just use the bathroom. No, but it was funny. Like I walked into the doctor's office not too long ago, and you know, it was for a physical. It was last year. It was for a physical, and I go in. They measure, you know, they take my weight and everything, take my height and all that kind of good stuff, and then they give me the sheet with the BMI on it, and the BMI said that I was obese, and I was like, wait, what? And so my doctor comes busting in the door, and he's all like, we need to talk about you being overweight. And I was like, and he didn't look at me, he just said it, and then he finally looked up from his clipboard and saw me, and he was like, you know, like, okay, so why are you here? Yeah, I was very upset with the BMI stuff. I was like, this is garbage. This is stupid. It's the locks. I can see that though. One done. There. Oh, Enrique. Here. For your place of employment. There you go. BMI is a joke, super joke. Can't stand it. So stupid. Like it just, I don't think it's ever been updated. I guess. Just seems like it's outdated philosophies. Because I'm just going, how can I at 6'4", 200, I was 227, go into the doctor's office and their machine says that I'm obese. And I'm, and I was like, I'm in the gym, I'm living, could I lose a couple pounds? Absolutely. Right? Of course I could. But I am in no means whatsoever obese. Gimme. Yeah, I think they came out pretty good. So, Enrique, what conventions are out there by you? Since it doesn't seem like you're going to be leaving anytime soon, I guess we have to figure out a way to come to you. So we got to figure out what conventions are out there by you. Oh. Oh.
Austria and Hungary, Australia, and India, Indonesia, the Middle East, the Philippines, and Spain, and South America. Those are my food.
What's up, Monolith? Nothing good. I've tried to check out the cons here. Oh, really? Well, that's sad. So nothing? Like, not even like, okay, we gotta drive 45 minutes or something like that? Like, there's nothing that's worth it? Like, what part of your world are you in? I'm not trying to drop where you're at, so just in case you're worried about that kind of thing. I'm not gonna tell anybody where you're at. Oh man, we're gonna have to ditch this Sharpie soon. I flattened out the felt tip. I was lurking in the game out of me. It sure did. Can't use that one. I have to check out Monocon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, wait a minute. It's supposed to have all kinds of good ones. Or at least, that's what you would think. Can't do this one either. Bam! Samurai Jack! And let's get another one. These will be to fill in. These will be for details. Samurai Jack. All right. Moving on. Not even trying to stop. One of the whiniest characters in existence. Cyclops. I'm gonna use the yellow. They're just Cyclops whiny? Yeah, the whiniest. So many people do tell. He's always whining. He's not good enough. His woman doesn't want him. He's worried about Logan stealing Jean. It's just shut up. You can blast people out of the sky with your eyeballs, man. Stop whining. It's mostly, I would say, the comics, though. You know, he was pretty decent in the cartoon, right? But then again, if you watch the movies, right, he was, I mean, he was definitely playing that teenager role very well. You know, just like, dude, stop it, stop. But I did like when he became, like, you know, almost the dictator, the dictator, the freedom fighter, because he, you know, when he had the X on his face, and I was like, okay, X on his face. He wasn't when he was trying to, like, save everybody. I was like, all right, you just you said screw the noise, we're just gonna take over. It's like, all right. And went nowhere. Yeah. No, it went nowhere. It did. It absolutely did. But he was so much cooler than he ever was. In my opinion, except for when he was in Marvel vs. Capcom. He was cool to play in Marvel vs. Capcom. Least remarkable superpower. It just shoots people in the face. I mean, yeah. Well, that's what I mean, to be honest, that was the outfit was really what I really cared about. So let's be honest. that was the best part. Jean is overrated. You think so, Crusader? Why? Why is Jean overrated? Not that I'm arguing with you, but I would like to hear your opinion. Send you match where a player does a comeback with Cyclops. Okay, I'm game for looking at that. The telepaths and telekinetic. Yeah. Psychic punching ghosts. Fair. Psychic punching ghost. But see, like this dude though. Come on now, Sinister. I love Sinister. Sinister was a man. I liked him. High powered comic. True. Like, woo, you make things float. Aren't you cool? No, don't fall, no. I need you. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna look up. Make sure I get his costume right. Alright, red. We need a different red. We need a darker red. What red is this? That's cherry red. We don't like that red. Okay. I'm gonna play this one. Bam, red. The all Magneto's effects are and my point still standing. Magneto had the helmet, right?
When have I ever
Right?
made you upset?
And it was super OP.
What? We're going to check with you? No. Then why did you say we're going to check with you? I just did it. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday.
So that pops out. That's black. That's red.
Yeah, we can I've never gotten past it. I've never beaten it, so stop whining. Sounds like you're a little bit the one where like yeah, it's the one where you're in the bucket. You know the one where you're in the bucket?
The one where that game where you were in that bucket with the sledgehammer?
Yeah.
That was some garbage.
I hate that game. It's really to make you upset. But he's also the guy who made, I think it's like
Okay.
QWSD or something, which is like a racing thing, which you can only use 2 buttons, but they both control thigh and leg separately. So when you hit them, you have to time it right.
Oh, nice.
Everything just goes,
She
it starts falling.
You have to join now.
was a love interest to Cyclops. True. It's love interest to like Cyclops, to Wolverine, to I mean, Jean was like the love interest.
We'll do that next.
And she just, you know, for me, the thing that I had, the problem that I had with Jean Grey was the fact that, was the fact that she died so much. Like, and that's the thing, she died, like, so I like comics, I do, but what I don't like is comic book writing, where you finally kill someone off and then they're like, oh wait, the fans are outraged, they were popular, we need to bring them back, and like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, let's see, what are we gonna, I kind of suspected that Jean Grey get some a thing for redheads, probably. Dropped it in Discord. Okay, I'll watch it later. Cause I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get too excited about it. Well, also she was the first girl. No, that's true.
How do you
Right.
open a menu again?
What do you mean she only died twice? I'm like, what do you mean she only died twice? She died all the time. She was dead. She would die. Or at least people thought she was dead, and then she'd come back and be like, oh, well, I'm not dead, and then she'd be dead again, and then it's like, can you just die?
Don't talk to me on my phone.
Just go ahead and claim it and die. Cool gray. Where's my blue gray?
You suck. See you later.
Blue. There's my blue gray. There's a blue. This one. This is the blue.
You did not help me out. You did not.
No! Stop it! See if this is the blue gray I want. That is the blue gray that I want. Shows no personality.
Like you suck.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, looks like someone died.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. There's just like I'm not a fan of Wolverine. I don't like Wolverine.
Ow.
A lot of people think I'm crazy, but I'm like, I'm just not a big fan.
Did you turn on Nokia?
Probably because, you know, he gets pushed on to everybody. Wolverine's the best. I'm like, nah. And then he keeps changing, you know, like, is he 4'2" or is he, you know, something gigantic? Is he 6'3"? I know what his file card says, but he seems to always be the same height as like Magneto and everyone else.
I don't like that one.
And then he can't die. Like, I'm never a big fan of superheroes who can't die. You know, when they're not established as like an immortal, like, oh, this person's an immortal, therefore they can't die. And you're like, all right, well, I guess it's dumb, but you know, when you have a person and they're like, well, we never really established that they were anything super special,
Pull me down.
and then it's just like, oh yeah, this person cannot die at all, ever, no deaths. No clue what you're talking about. In Batman comics, yeah. I thought they all died. They don't. Well, that's not fair. They all die, but then they all come back to life, which defeats the purpose of being dead, in my humble opinion.
No. Stop it.
It's like, in my humblest of opinions, if you're gonna kill someone off, kill them off. Just like when Cap died and everyone was like, oh my goodness, they killed Captain America. Not Captain America. How could you get rid of such a beloved? I'm like, he's gonna be back. It's comics. It's not like he's really dead. And I even called that stupidness with a time bullet. I was like, watch, it's gonna be some stupid thing like a time bullet. And lo and behold, it was a stupid time bullet. And I was just joking. I swear, I was joking. I was like, I bet it's gonna be a time bullet. Watch, he's gonna come back.
Shooting me.
And it's like, oh, he was shot with a bullet that sent him through time. I'm like, I can't believe that. Cannot believe that just happened. I was mad at myself for putting it out into the universe. They need to make Yeah, see, I would be okay if they were immortal in the sense that, you know, Highlanders and, you know, they kill each other to stay. Well, in the second one, they killed each other to stay young, which is also weird. Because in the first one, they sure as hell did not establish that. But if it was something like that, it would make sense. Like, you know, you should think about what you're writing. And look, I understand writing is tough. Okay, there's a lot that goes into writing. I get that. I really do. But
Where do you go?
goodness, come on, can you at least stay consistent with your own stuff? Wally West. Yeah, some do. Some do. But they're also like the characters that, I'm not gonna say they necessarily don't matter, but they're the ones that don't matter. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh, you dead? Okay. You may have liked them. You know what I mean? It's like you may have liked them, but it wasn't like, oh my goodness. Like when they killed Cap, you know? Or when they killed Superman, and you're like, oh my goodness, they're dead. And then they brought new characters in. Like for Superman, they brought new characters in, and then there was a new Cap, and he happened to be black, you know? And it was like, oh, all right, cool. You know, we're getting some new characters to play up this thing. All right, nice. And then they came back, and they're like, ugh. But I thought, see, and that's the thing. It seemed like they were going to try and do something with Cap, because they brought him back, and he was not the super soldier. He was an old man.
How'd you turn into this guy?
Right? And so then, because he was an old man, he was like, well, I can't be Captain America anymore, but I can be like the Nick Fury. You know, I was like, all right, that's cool. You know, keep him on for all his experience and stuff like that. But
You can get a pad.
No, headcraft.
Yeah.
So you can get the force of the headcraft.
you know, so I'm like, all right, looks like there's something there. That'd be cool, but
Bottom of the list. Scroll down.
actually, Rebirth or the worst thing that happened in this, yeah,
Then there's the one on the
it's
left.
not age well. Yep,
Like,
I will take Cyclops over Barry Allen too. Over Peter Parker clone. We don't talk about the second movie. It's not canon. I have been writing for either. Stopping Port Arnold. Yeah, I mean, you know, I can see that when some people like they'll come in on a story, and some people didn't finish. You know what I mean? Like they didn't finish the story. They didn't finish their arc. They just kind of came in and then dipped out, or got fired, and then someone else has got to come in and try and do something with it. I can understand how that might be a bit weird, you know, and you're just like, I have no idea what's going on here. Fine, right? I get that. Not a problem. But if you are, you know, like if it's your story, you're like, this is my story, and you still somehow do something stupid.
you know what? No.
And like I said, I understand. Writing's hard. It's tough. I get it. But come on now.
I just want to see you this boat. Oh.
Why are you bouncing like that?
That's what happens when you put things underwater. Oh! Hey. Okay, that does it.
Oh, what's up, Single Digit? What's going on? And let's see how much they had. Very hell yeah. Big Butch playing games with Bubba? No, no, he's playing games with Mango. I don't know what they're playing. Y'all not playing that stupid pot game, are you?
No, we're playing Gmod.
Yeah,
Oh, no. We're playing Gary's mod.
they're playing Gary's mod.
I'm gonna be God. It's pretty hot. Kill me.
Hey, I don't know. What do we got? Watching AW Revolution. So ignore me. See, I was gonna ask if y'all were gonna do that today, but you know, I got to stream today, so I'll figure out what happened yesterday or tomorrow. It's like the American Ninja 2 of X-Men.
What is that?
What?
Who's going to WonderCon? Man, WonderCon's all the way across the world. The samurai. Oh my goodness, the samurai cop of X-Men. I don't. You know, they asked me if I wanted. I mean, they didn't ask me. They're like, "Hey, do you want to pay to come to WonderCon?" And I'm just like, I've heard good things about WonderCon, but it's another like California show. And
Where'd you go?
look,
Oh, I found you.
I'm still waiting to hear back from San Diego. Right? And like I said, if I gotta pay for everything, I might as well do like 2 or 3 shows over here.
You have to go into the vehicle site,
You know, on the East Coast.
and then you can only take chairs
Or bite the bullet and go back to New York.
Get in here. Get in the pod.
Whoa. You let go?
I did like go, yeah.
Meh. Doesn't deserve the Jeez.
What happened?
I don't know. Oh, that's not another face.
Y'all are funny.
That was a nightmare thing.
Let's go.
I don't know how.
You were just,
By the way, for all you artists that are out there, telling you, this Faber-Castell pit pen, money. Now, I still have to, like, I'm doing it to do my corrections. Like, it works really well, the pit pen, but I haven't really used it with markers. You know, like, when markers go over it, does a pit pen bleed or anything like that? I haven't really figured that out yet, but as far as just nice even flow and corrections and stuff like that, these things are great. Which one? The Pit Artist Pen Black 199. You can't see that, so I have no light up there, so but yeah, Faber-Castell Pit Artist Pen Black 199. So as we established earlier today, I missed 2 streams, one to sickness and one to taxes. How you guys been doing? Once it dries, it does not. Oh, really? Oh snap! May have just found my next best friend. So the best thing to do is let it dry. Is it a quick dry? Does it take a while, or is it, you know, you let it sit for like 5 minutes and you're good? Because I can let something sit for 5 minutes. We're done. See, beyond. Nope, I have an F. This one's F. For the fine point. I have the brush too. There's a war going on? Yes. I did hear that. And then I've also heard the gas prices are going through the roof right now. Everybody's gonna start taking the bus. And then all of a sudden bus prices are gonna go up. And then they'll never switch them back. You know, everything is gonna be like super expensive forever. They're like, well, they were paying it this time, so why wouldn't they keep paying it? Bad enough you can't, you know, barely make a living wage for most people anyway. You're building flash rings? You're gonna... I want to go back to making weekly anti-comics. Heck yeah. Not sure about those. Okay. Flash rigs. Okay. I bet. Last fill was in January. Dang. The last fill was in January. Must be nice not to have to go anywhere. Jeez. I mean, I do believe that I've already filled up. We've done some exceptional travel, going to check up on friends and stuff. So, but I think we've come close to having to fill up both vehicles. So, who is upstairs doing that? Who's dying upstairs? Is that you?
No.
Huh?
No.
Bam, alright. Lurk don't work. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to... It doesn't seem like anything is working as far as the stuff that I have set up through Streamlabs, so I'm gonna have to log into Streamlabs and... Yeah, gotta do that. Gotta remember to do that. Lurk doesn't work. Yeah.
So now you have to host it?
I'll log out of here and then log in and start it up and log back in and all that good stuff. No, what the heck was that? Okay, goodness. I'm about to freak out. He had a dark brown hat. Gesundheit. This one? No, his hat was a darker brown than that. This one. I still haven't picked one. I still haven't picked that up yet. Yeah, you said that those were, you know, they worked with the markers really well. Because one of the biggest issues I have is the marker bleeding. That's just, not the marker, but the fine liner bleeding. And I hate that, you know, you're coming in and you got some really nice stuff going, and then all of a sudden you get close to the edge and it just pulls up all your ink, and you're just like, no, no, no. That has happened far too many times. Bam skis. Join me, never.
GN says the local network.
Really? Carbon black ink. But see, I don't like the idea of the dip pen because I don't like the way that it scratches on the paper. Like it's just a noise thing. It's a sensory issue that I have. Because I used, when at school I had to ink with a crow quill, and that drove me bananas. Solely because it was like the scratching on the paper was like scratching on a chalkboard.
And then if that's not what you want, then click to the input and then local bench should be
Alright, put you over here to dry.
I guess I can't because I don't have the mod. I don't have mods to do.
Oh, but it does work though.
I don't.
Uh-oh, what was that? Nope, okay. Alright, so red. Because this is kind of...
Or like that, not specifically.
So how do I download it?
So when you go to the page,
Yeah.
just click the check mark. So the one that I just 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll just
I
pick
did
all
the
of
first
it. Did you download only the first one?
Nope, I lied.
Oh, you can do it.
Those to the maps. What up? The Gotham City, the Neapolis, and the little bit. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Gotham City. Little drift. And then did you download any of these things?
Yeah.
How many?
The first one. All the first ones. Because I was just testing it. I didn't grab any of the rest of them.
Might have to look into that.
Like the first one on top?
I just scroll down and the Fast and Furious front back, so you're down. Yeah,
See, the whole waterproof, because I really want to get into
This one?
to watercolor.
This one? This one?
So,
scroll down there.
got to get some stuff that works for everything. For everything. All right, we're going to go ahead and it's an hour. So let's run this ad real quick.
I think I might have missed it. Ooh, Halo.
Scroll up.
Full sense. Try and run an ad. Let's get that ad running.
Oh, it's Fast and Furious. And then
21.
that's all I have to do.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll do that. And really just kind of follow this around.
Did you open it up? I don't
Drop from vehicles. Oh, crap.
Doo-doo-doo. So Skip, how are your students? How are your students doing now that you're getting closer to the end?
think you did it. So you want to do the little bit.
That little bit.
Pretty good. The riggers are floundering, really? That's sad. I was like, that's sad to hear. Is it on their own, like, own accord? Or is it because, you know, they needed an extra class beforehand? Like, what's the issue?
You want to have a race?
Sure.
Alright, I'll take this one. Take your car.
Jason. Oh. Okay.
Hold on. Ready? Ready? Go.
What are you doing?
Cheating.
Wait.
What's he doing? Cheating.
No.
You want to cheat? Oh, cheat.
What's he doing? Cheating. They're trying though.
Are you
Okay.
still doing no clip?
I have to fix my car. Give me my car.
No, not a time for no clipping.
Give me my car back.
No, stop no clipping and you can have your car.
There, I stopped. No, you blew it up.
It's still mine. Where's my car go?
It is not fine. It's stuck in the ground.
Well, then delete it and summon a new one. So you never try to cheat out the gate.
But I mean, if you know Butch, that's, you know,
I don't even know where I am anymore.
I'm gonna win.
it's like that's a Butch thing to do.
I'm such a good racer.
You're a good cheater. You'd be on the Cobra Kai.
It sounds like you're just bad.
Spend the quarter bill.
Sounds like something a Cobra Kai would say.
Sounds like someone who's bad.
Makes sense.
I hit a wall. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I accidentally switched seats.
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
What?
You heard me.
What?
You heard me.
No, I didn't. I'm talking to Spanky.
And I'm just messing with you because I know you're not talking to me.
Spacebar.
We're gonna... Ah. Oh, that sucks. It's not even gonna tell you. It's like, it just doesn't work. Sorry.
These are the Fast and Furious cars. The Fast and Furious cars.
This one isn't like that.
Yeah, I know, but mine is. And it's trash. Wouldn't recommend.
It's like, then you have the wrong Fast and Furious car.
No, I forget it. Driver will count.
Why?
I have a driver will count. Oh my god, it's actually a count that drives.
Well, Wait, which one's that?
I don't know. It should be on the top of the list of one of them. Saying I cracked my couch. In base. If you go to base.
Crashed on my couch.
I cracked my couch.
I'm definitely now.
Oh god, this thing steers like butt.
It's a couch.
Yeah, a drivable couch.
Man,
That sucks.
I'm going 26 miles an hour.
That does suck. You know, you're just like, I had no idea. It should have worked.
Man, this couch is crazy. We should make one of these in real life.
A drivable couch?
Yes.
Literally stupid idea.
And then we can go to Walmart again.
I'm not going back to Walmart with you.
We can go to Chuck E. Cheese after.
No,
After we park our couch.
that's why I'm not going to Walmart with you.
You don't like Chuck E. Cheese? No. Why?
Because I'm not a kid. And they've got subpar pizza.
Sounds like you're a loser. How long is this map?
It's super long. It's based on an anime. It's based on Initial D. Wait, can you use the knife on the part?
I won.
Yeah.
Nitro.
None of my students want to
I pressed shift and went along.
to actually use Adobe. They're all like, Clip Studio, Procreate. I'm like, all right, you know, whatever you feel comfortable with, I guess. And it's like, you have at it. Doesn't matter.
Wait. No, those aren't your head.
And what's hilarious is how appreciative they are. They're like, oh, thank you so much for letting us use a different program. Like, look, principles are the same. You know, whatever software you use, that's neither here nor there.
Hey, you seen this, right? Oh, you know what you're looking for?
What?
Planes.
But I'm guessing you can't really do that with animation, especially since, you know, the next teacher,
I was trying to find your car.
you know, the next teacher be like, oh, you need to use this, and they're like, we have no idea.
Plane race.
Absolutely.
I love plane race.
I'm glad that I went through the different maps.
Let's go on basically on instruction and function. Test it, you know why it works. Okay. Nice, yeah. Using alternative. The next prof. Yeah, no, I know. Which sucks, you know? But they're, you know, standards. Yeah. Like, look, we have to be able to teach this. I'm like, yeah, I know. But what I'm hoping is that hopefully within the next couple years, a lot more of the industry is going to open up. Right? And it's just going to be like, oh, well, when you get hired, they go, what software do you use? You know, and that's it. And then they load your computer with what you need. Yeah. Luckily, you know, I am the illustration professor, so. Is it though? Because, okay, now hear me out. So if the industry was open, actually open, then when it came to the colleges teaching, there wouldn't be such a harp on, oh, well, you have to use this or you have to use that. Matches. My program's better than your program. Right. 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 If that's like, if for instance SCAD was like, look, we have a direct pipeline to Disney, like the majority of our people, when they graduate, they go to work for Disney, then it would make sense if you're like, well, we're going to teach what Disney wants you to know because they're the ones hiring our people, which makes absolute sense, right? But since that's not necessarily the case, it's like, come on, guys. We can do better. Man, I don't know why I picked a person who had all these lines. The heck's wrong with me? Like, why did I pick this guy? Bam. Okay. Oops, can't see him. Freddy, my Krueger man. Buddy Fury. Right. Does have, yeah, they do. You know, and that makes sense. That's what I'm saying. It's like they do have that pipeline, so for them to be like, hey, we're gonna teach you this because you need it. It makes sense. Right. Right. And it just makes you wonder sometimes, you know? Are we just teaching? Are we doing that just because that's the way we've always done it? Instead of, you know, this is really what's going to benefit our students. And that, honestly, that statement right there is really the hardest thing as a teacher. Because, well, you need the job, right? And if your chair doesn't share your enthusiasm for the way you're going about stuff, right? Well, then you're stuck just teaching. You're just stuck teaching it the way that everyone else has. Probably with your own, you know, you're trying to put your own personal flair on it, but like I said, you're just teaching. I think it's both. Stability. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, bigger line. How many freelance independent artists win awards? It's true. It's true. You're absolutely right. I mean, you gotta look out. I get it. You know, you gotta look out for the big picture, but you know, it's also another thing when you just have students who just keep coming because they know that they can come in and learn versus coming in and being told that the stuff that they do they can't do anymore, right? Because that's huge, I think, right? You come in and you've been doing Clip Studio Paint for the past like 6 years. You've actually gotten good at it, you know, and you're like, oh man, I really just need to understand the principles better. I need to understand storytelling a little better. So that's why I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go to school so that I can learn that, right? And then you get there and they're like, oh yeah, the program that you're using, you are not allowed to use. And so now, while you know you're a decent digital artist, you might not be able to show it right away because you're just, you know, you're dealing with the learning curve of learning a new program. And while it might not be, you know, it's not like it's going to be detrimental or anything, but in the end, you still have to learn. So, I don't know. Right. Keep you to, I think, for last. Stormy. Don't want to be puppet animated. Well, I mean, see, well, I think the biggest issue is the amount of falsehoods, I guess, to say it politely, are being told to incoming students, right? And they're like, oh man, well you could work for Disney. You're gonna be a lead animator. Look at all these people who graduated from this school and have become lead animators and, you know, all this stuff. But they don't tell you that they were puppet animators at first. You know, and like, well, you know, they had to get in through the door, so they did this, or they're a cleanup artist or a cleanup animator, or, you know, all the things that happen to go along with. My light's coming from here. So that would be on the bottom. But see, as we come around, I'm hitting here, here, here. Okay, so this one, and this one. You know, like, one of the things, even in all the places that I've worked and taught at, you start to quickly realize that telling the truth is not something that is built into the curriculum. And you know, a lot of teachers won't tell you either. It's like, look, it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. You're gonna be, you know, at the bottom of the totem pole. Yes, you put in 2 years, but so did all these other people. You know, and you're gonna be at the bottom, and you're gonna have to prove yourself. And so getting into the door is the hardest. You know, that's the hardest step. Once you get into the door, then, you know, you can start showing off and stuff. But you got to get in there first. You know? So. Yeah. Also, right. A puppet, son. you. Oh, okay, no more you. Goodbye. I'm not in school anymore. I have time to clean every frame. It's understandable. I don't know that students get pissed when they aren't exposed to what the industry uses. I was pissed when my university was still teaching when C and Java were dominant in the industry. I mean, you should be taught the industry, like, period. That's just all there should be. Run away! Don't go back into the battle. What's wrong with you? No! What the school can afford. Yeah, that's very true. Oh, did you skip? Skip? Was it skip? Skip with the win. You still cheated. The Huion, there were Cintiqs because they could afford them, yeah. But I mean, here's the thing. So I'm working on a Huion right now, and for what I'm doing, I don't really. It's not really killing me, you know. I'm still not finished. Oh, I'd take all my crap to H&R Block and be like, here, you do it. Because I really just don't want to. Yep. Yeah. Alright, gotta look at the Shadow King now. There, as long as it's not. Right. See, I think what I've realized is that the more that people try and make the softwares do everything, the less people use them for everything. Right? Like it's not going to become the industry standard because they're like, well, I need something a little bit more specific. Right? Like I need to be able to get to do this or to do that. At least that's what I'm feeling. A dark blue, you say? Shadow King being a dark blue with jacked up teeth? No, just white teeth. Oops, sorry about that. Oh yeah, you can't tell the internet anything. Well, anytime some like new software comes up, you know, it's like, oh, this is gonna be the Photoshop killer. This is gonna be the new this. And you're like, we'll see. And then you're like, hey, look, by the way, I know that it says it's a 3D program, but it's also a 2D animation program. And you're like, you're trying to do too much. Would love for you to focus your attention. Make the 3D really good. You know, make the actual render program or software on your 3D program really, really good. Like, do that. That's what I'd like to see. Yeah, but gathering. You do that before you go to. Oh yeah, no, you're absolutely right. There is no doubt in the fact that you got to get all that crap together. Shadow King. Blue Gray 7? What do you think, Blue Gray 7? Yeah, Blue Gray 7. You use Blender, Clip Studio. Tells me you don't know what you're. Yep. But, you know, I mean, it's just one of those ones where you're like, well, you use what you think is best. And yet, still, you know, we're like, the industry standard is still this. Because luckily, like I said, I can tell my students, I'm like, look, when we get into digital, I'm going to be using Photoshop. You know, it's like, if you think that Clip Studio is better, then that is your prerogative. But if you have any issues, more likely than not, I'm not going to be able to help you. You know, because I'm like, I can honestly say I've wanted to learn Clip Studio, but beyond the time where I went and tested it at Comic-Con, I mean, I also did do a live event with them, and I mean, it's easy enough, but because I just use base brushes, right? When they came in and they're like, look, we got all these brushes, and I'm like, I just need the regular brush, you know, that just doesn't do anything fancy. I just need the regular brush. And they're like, oh, well, you got to use the G pen. And I'm like, you know, it's like, you got to use the G pen. And I'm like, what the heck's a G pen? And then you know, I get to use the G Pen. I'm like, this is not, I just need a hard brush. I just need a simple, honest to goodness hard brush. That's it. That's all I want. They're like, oh yeah, well, too bad. This is what we got. Like, that's not what I need. So, you know, I haven't really been on the hunt to be like, oh, I'm gonna figure out what to do. I was like, if it works, it works. And then I just went back to Photoshop. And then, you know, I'll see people, I see them working on it, and I'm like, oh wow, look at what you did. That was cool. Right? The circle thing's pretty cool. Draw a crappy circle, you hold it down, and then all of a sudden it, like, it makes the right circle, you know, like a nice straight cool circle. And like, that's cool. Some cool features. Not even gonna lie, like, there are some cool features. I don't think it's gonna make me convert. They went to learn blurred relations. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Everyone's blue? Really? It is blue? Blue? And dark blue? Do you have a darker blue? Cobalt blue? That's blue. Oh, didn't post. Don't like it. Whoops. And I'll come down here. Alright. Put you back. Let's do. I hate the subscription model. Yeah. Isn't that compelling? But you can't afford it. Just go close to it. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, yeah. I hear you. I hear you. I think they, you know, the subscription base model, it has its place. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the fact that I could buy it once and then just be good. But one, it's what kept, apparently, talking to some people that worked at Adobe, it's what kept Adobe afloat. Right? And so they're like, yeah, we needed to make some money somehow, especially since so many people were just pirating the software. So you know, also, if you know, especially if you're like, oh, well, I'm just a freelance person and I don't need it all the time, that's cool. Buy it for the month and then drop it. Right? Get your work done, then drop it. And you can always pick it back up the next time you have an assignment. If that's what's important, you know, you're like, oh, I gotta use Photoshop for when I'm doing my pro work. But yep, is actually afford, yeah. I mean, I have to say, one of the perks being an art teacher in college, you get that subscription paid for. Because, you know, you gotta know how to teach. Which, by the way, is hilarious because, you know, when you have it on your computer and you've updated your computer and all that, and life's good, you know, you've got 2022, even though I prefer the older version. Right? When you go to school and they're like, the computers we have might be a little bit older than what you have, and thus you don't have an updated version of anything, so the stuff that you've been working on at home, you can't open here. I'm just like, oh, that was frustrating. Something I got to talk to the tech guy. I'm like, so can we update the operating system? Do I need to put in something? Because working off of this older version makes it really hard because although I do need to talk to the chair, figure out how I can get my stuff, my computer looked at, since school decided to give me something I didn't want and it broke because I used it too much. Which, to be honest, I found very funny. But then it was like, man. Yeah, because I need it. Like, I kind of need it. Oh, yeah. I think the big thing is just everyone's looking for something to complain about. In the end, right? Because let's just say, you know, everyone's complaining about the subscription service, right? Everyone's all like, blah, 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 subscription. And then let's just say for some reason, Adobe was like, you know what? You guys are right. We're going back to this. For some reason, right? People would be like, you know what, I really like the subscription service better because reasons, right? Like, it's always looking for something to complain about. Ooh. Could have been a problem. Oh, really? Yep. Because they pirated it. Yeah, no, of course. So I managed to actually draw and ink up one too many of the cards. I don't know if I told you that already. So I get to figure out which one I want to keep. I don't know which one yet, but I am going to keep it. Put it right in my own box to sell. Right. No, there needs to be competition. Absolutely. 100% agree. I mean, because let's be honest, it's the only way that the consumer can win. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I thought. You felt like you were dying. You know what? We're not even gonna play with it. I'm just gonna throw it away. Then my tax guy suddenly quit. Oh, that's never good. And the Shadow King. Saying Trump? I don't think so. Did you? Huh. Interesting. Namor. What color eyes does Namor have? Yeah, I still see you. Everything is really? Nope, we keep seeing you the same way. Yeah, that's weird. Does he have blue eyes? Do we know if Namor has blue eyes? Color eyes does Namor have? Green eyes? Namor eyes. That one's green. Eh, looks like it's green. I'll go with green. Blue? Nope. According to Google, it's blue, but I thought people with green eyes. I've seen all the colors. Leonard Nimoy looking. No, it's green. Animated green. Baby Namor, green. Well, I'm making it green. I'll take the hit. If anyone's really mad at it, I'll take the hit. I'm like, how dare you? Motion. Well, you know what? I can't actually argue with you on that. So has anyone seen Batman? The new Batman movie? I heard it's super dark. Oh, nice. From a stream deck, so yeah. Yeah. Minus 30 minutes. Yeah, Hernandez told me he went and watched it and was just like, he said it might be because he's living in the moment, but he's like, I think it might be my favorite Batman movie. I was like, wow, that's a lot, right? And it was like, whoa, really? It's like, it was good. It was he said it was like a murder mystery, so they set it up like a murder mystery. So he's like, I like murder mysteries. I'm like, I get it, but wow, best. Some bold statements, you know? Go out there and throw out the best. All right. Oops. Go figure that I mostly drew Marvel characters. I mean, it's almost one of those ones I'm like, it's like, oh, you let me pick? Oh, most of them's gonna be Marvel. Oh no. Make sure nobody said anything over there on on YouTube. Making it worse. Man, I do love this bit pen. I think the reason why I like it is because when I was using the when I use like a Micron or Le Pen, when you go over when you go over the ink itself, so if you put a line down with the pen and then you went over it again with the pen, it wouldn't like cover it. Wouldn't flow, like it clogged up the actual pen, and then you'd have to go around, you know, draw on the paper, like a separate sheet of paper to try and like activate it again. I hated that. This thing has been like, I'm just gonna keep going. Oh my goodness. Everybody got quiet. It's like it's time for sleepies. And Miss Ebony keeps making fun of me if I just start talking. It's March already, I know. I know. The bad part is, I'm like, man, I wanted to have so much more done by March. Crazy sometimes. 17% already done. That's crazy. It's bedtime. It'll work, yeah. True, it is bedtime. So I thank you Thank you for sticking it out. Oh no. So I'm getting a blister from where my stabilizing knuckle has been rubbing up against the paper. Because it's like, oh, you're moving too fast, man. Which is hilarious to me. But maybe it's not that I'm moving too fast. It's just that I'm constantly moving it. Nope, just a little line. Now make sure this is nice and dark. Bam. Oh, you can't see them. Ugh. I don't know what Buzz Lightyear looks like. Purple? Purple? And then gray? Nope, that's green. That's green. That's green. So green, purple. That's purple. We'll just make the whole thing purple. We won't even play around with it. We're just gonna go purple. Purple, how much time we got? 15 minutes? So we're just gonna go ahead and color it all in. Right. Purple, done. And we'll just... green. And that was green too. Right. Okay. What color eyes does he have? He probably has blue eyes, doesn't he? All right, Skip. All right, man. Thanks for hanging out. Does have blue eyes. Those are too dark. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Blue eyes, bam. Okay, good. Give him a nice super fluorescent color. What do you think? If I still have it, I don't even know. Oh, there it is. Can do this one. You run out of juice too. And then there's whatever the... And the battle royale has begun. Who will win the final battle royale of the night? Oh man, first to go this time. Oh, the boss. The boss took it. I am upset about that. Still rigged. Doesn't matter. Left. Can we get a Zerg? Can we finish the Zerg? I don't know what his colors are either. Green, yellow. Yellow? Okay, yellow teeth. Yellow teeth. Okay. Red eyes. Okay, red eyes, red cape. Wait. What's this? Say, but what is that? What did I draw? Wait, so I drew that. That's gray. This is red. Okay. Oh, nice! It's about time. Don't flaunt it though, because Twitch might become ornery again and be like, oh, you think you can do that, huh? No, okay. Right, and then next thing you know, you can't use them. You can't. Okay. I'm glad they work. Finally. And then we've decided he's got yellow, bright yellow teeth. Yeah, that's true. Which I kind of wish they'd open it up, but that's true. Which almost made me change up some of the emotes again. Ah. Yeah. No, today was pretty busy. I was like, all right. Which is good because I need to, this month I have to step up step up production on everything. Big convention in April. We got a small one coming up, you know, now. But 5 minutes left. I know. Skip. No, not skip, but single digit was like, whatever. Oh, you dying too? Yep, goodbye. Stop playing around with my supplies, especially disposable ones. Like, oh, you drying up? Goodbye. I've realized, like, I spend way more time trying to, you know, make one of the things that are dying work than actually moving on and finishing what needs to get done. So, it started a little bit last year, but to be honest, this year it's been one of those ones where it's like, oh, you drying up? You're about to die? See you later. Do we have a marker graveyard? Yes. But see, I don't keep them. So I'm just like, you dead? And then they go in the trash, and then, you know, like they go in the trash, and then once it's trash day, they get thrown out. Do you keep your markers? I mean, like, clearly the ones that you can refill, you know, those you would, you know, well, you would refill. But like, the ones that are not refillable, do you keep them? Tighten that line up a little bit. Right on me yet? Okay. Oh, okay. I've had a lot of Sharpies as of late because I do use them a lot. So, and the bad part is that, like, I'll start one and then I'll put it in a bag and then I'll pull it out sometime later, so you really don't know how much juice they actually have left. So there we go. Is that one? Time's up. Yeah. Well, we got pretty dang far. I do say so. Touch this up just. So I mean, I gotta do a little base black in that, right? And that'll be done. This is done. On the next page. Pencils down. I'm done. Just showing off what we did. And I gotta move stuff out of the way so you can see them all. Right, these are the ones that we did on stream. Did 6 sets on stream. It's pretty dang tootin'. Asking people what are they proud of and what have they done so far in the year because of, for any positive feedback. What have I done? Oh well, I mean, I went on a stream for upcoming college students who were doing comics, and I got to be a judge and give advice and stuff like that, so that was really cool. And I can't say that I've actually finished anything besides that. And then of course teaching on the ground for the first time, so at that school. So offset burning dots. Alright, and then these are the ones that I did off stream. Those are the ones I did off stream. So, got a lot of work done. So, yeah. I believe it's the Arteza. Oh, okay. Everything since February 26th, so I'm proud. Nice. Hey, how's it going? Hey River, how you doing? I'm coming in right at the end of the stream. We're closing out. It's time to go. It's time to go to bed. But how you doing? But yeah, so what do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 7 left. 7 left and this is done. And then I got to do the bigger ones, but just staying for tonight. Nice. Yep. I'm going, so it's been real. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out on this Sunday and coming back and supporting me after, a 2-day hiatus or a 2-stream hiatus. Thank you so very much. I hope you guys have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow, same time, same channel, and always remember, born a ninja, die a ninja. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, take care.